Leo had always been drawn to things with a past, a history etched into their very bones. When he bought the old Blackwood Manor, a place that had stood silent and watchful for 50 years, he believed he'd found a historian's dream. The price was suspiciously low, almost a giveaway, but the agent had simply smiled and called it a character home waiting for the right person. The house was deeply isolated, swallowed by a dense, ancient forest that seemed to muffle all sound from the outside world. From the very first night, Leo felt it, a persistent, unnerving sensation of being watched. He'd hear faint whispers on the edge of hearing, like the rustle of dry leaves just behind him, and see fleeting shadows dance in his peripheral vision. He always dismissed it as an overactive imagination, the creaks and groans of an old structure settling into its foundations. He decided to start renovations in the master bedroom, a grand, dusty room dominated by a single, massive wardrobe built into the far wall. It felt oppressive, its dark wood absorbing what little light filtered through the grimy windows. One afternoon, driven by a curiosity that felt more like a compulsion, he took a crowbar to it. It resisted, but with a final shriek of splintering wood, the back panel gave way. Behind it, he didn't find the expected brick and plaster. He found a door, a small, flush-mounted door, completely absent from the house's century-old blueprints. A cold knot of dread tightened in his stomach. His heart hammered against his ribs, a frantic drum in the dead silence of the house. With a shaky hand, he turned the tarnished brass knob and pulled the door open. The air that flowed out was stale and frigid, carrying a faint, musty scent of decay and something else. Something faintly metallic. The room inside was tiny, a windowless cell and completely bare except for a single worn wooden chair. The chair was positioned to face the wall, the very wall that separated this hidden space from his bedroom. But from this side, it wasn't a wall. It was a vast dark pane of glass, a one-way mirror. He could see his entire bedroom laid out before him like a diorama. His unmade bed, his clothes draped over a chair, the book he'd left on his nightstand just that morning. Every intimate detail was visible. They hadn't just watched the room, they had watched its occupants. A floorboard creaked in the hallway behind him. It wasn't the house settling. A slow, chilling realization washed over him as he stared at his own pale, terrified reflection in the dark glass. The agent was right. It was the right house, and the previous owners had been waiting for the right person to arrive. He was never alone. He was the main attraction,